What's up, nerds? So, one thing about superheroes, they're bodied up. They got a chin on them. They got a set of Christmas hams in their pants. You know what I'm talking about. They're certified hotties. But who is the hottest of them all? That's what we're here to answer. That's what this channel is all about. Deep philosophical quandaries. We're going to answer that today. Our first matchup, Luke Cage versus Cable. Starting off with Luke Cage and Cable, they're both attractive men. They wouldn't be on this list if they weren't. Luke Cage, he's never going to get sick. He can't get hurt. He's always going to be able to take care of you. He also owns a bar, right? So you ever want to go get something to drink, head down to your boyfriend's bar. You know, he doesn't dress like an asshole either. He's just got regular normal clothes on. Hoodie, jeans, good to go. Doesn't need any tights or any like weird gadgets all over him. And he's just going to make you feel safe. Cable, on the other hand, he's got that silver fox thing going. He's got that sweet red eye that's just like always glowing for some reason. Every time you look at Cable, you're going to be like, that's cool. I love you. His other eye has like the weird tattoo thing on it. He just looks cool as shit. And he's gonna have like the best tech, gadgets, whatever. Every Christmas that comes around, Cable's just gonna give you the best stuff possible. iPhone 14 for Christmas? Get out of here. Cable's gonna give you some weird shit you've never seen before that's gonna let you go in the past. Speaking of going in the past, that might be a give and take thing with Cable. You know, like he makes you upset. He can go back in time and fix it. But then again, you're never going to know what's real or not. Maybe he's gone back in time like 100 times and corrected some mistake that he keeps making over and over. You'll never know the difference. I don't know if I want someone playing with my heart like that. Overall, even though Cable looks cooler, I'm going to go with Luke Cage for just being the stable, logical choice. Next up, we got Kazar and Angel. He's got that luscious mane of hair. He's very confident, otherwise he would put a shirt on at some point. And you know, he's an animal lover. You like cats and dogs? Well, you're in luck. Kazar's gonna have them all over the damn apartment, right? But then, you know, he refers to himself in the third person. It's a little awkward. Probably smells bad. And you can never take Kazar into public. Like, what if you want to go eat dinner with Kazar one day? You'd be like, dude, you can't wear a loincloth into Chili's. Like, just stop. Please put some pants on. Angel, on the other hand, he's got sweet wings. He just seems a little angry all the time, so that's definitely a negative. Angel can like fast travel you everywhere, so you know, you're like, oh, let's go downtown tonight. You just hop on Angel's back, he'll fly you downtown real quick, no need for traffic. But on the other hand, every time you go somewhere with him, he's probably going to be listening to Creed, and that's going to get really old. I mean, no one wants to listen to Scott Stapp yarling every time they travel somewhere. Yeah, this one's difficult, but I think you can't take Kazar anywhere, so that's just a deal breaker for me. Angel moves on. Bleda and Agent Coulson. Blade's cool. He's gonna have sweet decorations all over the house. You know, depending on what you're into, his wardrobe is either awesome or the dumbest shit you've ever seen in your life. I mean, some dudes can pull off a duster, some dudes can't. He can, but it's still a little cringy. Also, on top of that, he's got a goatee and Oakleys. Listen, if you're watching right now and you're a grown man and you got a goatee, get rid of it. Get rid of it, grow a full beard, or don't have anything at all. Unless you're playing baseball, you shouldn't be wearing Oakleys, period. But yeah, once again, he's gonna have sweet like mall ninja shit all over the house. So yeah, or at least your apartment's gonna look cool. He's also a vampire, so maybe he might turn you and you'll get to live forever. That's a pretty big upside. Agent Coulson, on the other hand, very simple man. Doesn't ask for much from you, moderately attractive, always wearing a spiffy suit no matter what he does. I mean, everyone likes James Bond, right? He's got a stable career, but he's probably never home. And he can never tell you about work. You're like, how was work today, honey? He's gonna be like, well, it's top secret. And if I tell you, I'd have to kill you. So that sucks. You can't really ever have a conversation with him about his life. But I gotta be honest here, Oakley's, goatee, duster, it's a deal breaker. Agent Coulson wins. Punisher versus Captain America. Two sides of the same coin. One is annoyingly benevolent, and the other one is annoyingly sort of evil, but also not. But the Punisher is very confusing, and that's what it's going to be like with him. I mean, he's a beautiful man. He's got sweet rags. He's got that like sort of silver fox thing going on, but he's going to have a lot of enemies. You know, you're not going to be able to sleep well at night. So looks overall, I'm gonna go with Punisher. Captain America is obviously very attractive as well, but there's just something about that bad boy thing that the Punisher has that Captain America just can't f with. But yeah, also the Punisher, he's gonna be tormented all the time. You know, no matter how much he smiles at you, no matter how much he says he's happy, he's gonna have those like night sweat terrors, and he's just gonna wake up screaming in the middle of the night. It's Gonna drive you absolutely mental. On the other hand, Captain America, he's gonna drive you absolutely mental too, but for like the exact opposite reasons. He's always gonna wake up really early, you know, like make you coffee and be cheery. And you're gonna be like, dude, I can't talk to you for like 45 minutes after I wake up. I don't want to talk to anyone. Cut it out. Calm down. Just be a little grumpy every now and then. But, you know, you're never gonna have to like worry about what Captain America's doing when you're not around with him. He's gonna be a good old boy. He's never gonna disappoint you. Have fun and maybe get disappointed with the Punisher, or be annoyed on occasion and never get disappointed. That's tough. Me personally, I don't want to deal with the drama and the torment of the Punisher. So Captain America. Second round of the left side bracket. We've already gone over Luke Cage, stable career, normal clothes, owns his own bar. Yeah, I don't see many downsides with Luke Cage. Whereas Angel, you know, just the wings itself is a downside. It's going to be hard to take him to like Thanksgiving dinner. You know, he's going to need like a whole table on his own side to sit. You can't sit next to him. Friggin' wings are going to be everywhere. And Kree's going to get really old, so Luke Cage is moving on this round. Agent Coulson versus Captain America. This one is interesting. I'm going to say Agent Coulson wins here because even though Captain America will never let you down, he's never going to give you up or anything. He's just going to be like an all-star all the time. That's going to get old. But Coulson, at least there's going to be some mystery there. You're going to be like, you never know what his work. He could be doing anything and sort of tantalizing. I'm going to go with the dude who isn't a superhero, who can give you some sort of normal life. Coulson wins. Semifinals. You know, now that I've talked about these two, they're very similar. I think I'm figuring out what I like in a partner. Stability, general baseline you don't have to worry about. Yeah, bar owner who looks normal, just make you feel warm and safe in his arms. Or a man of mystery who can't tell you about his job and might be gone for months at a time and might never come home ever again. I'm gonna say I'd like hanging out with Coulson more. I'm stuck. I don't drink alcohol. I mean, I have, but I don't anymore. And someone who owns a bar, ugh. Just like people that are drunk all the time really get on my nerves. So I think I would rather have someone who's like not home for like a month or two at a time, off like doing his secret agent, than someone who's like there all the time, but also has to deal with like drunk idiots and like petty criminals every day. So Coulson wins. Other side of the bracket. First up, we got Multiple Man versus Mr. Fantastic. I think you know why these two are here. Multiple Man? Listen, I'm not going to get too graphic here. There's more than one of them. You know what that means. Every night's a party with Multiple Man, yeah? It's also got a duster thing going on. That's all I'm going to say about Multiple Man. Mr. Fantastic? Kind of the same thing, but instead of multiple dudes, he's stretchy. Which one do I want? A stretchy genius? Or a guy that can like turn into 100 people? And ooh, I just realized Multiple Man's going to be able to keep like your apartment super clean all the time. He's going to be really rich because if I were to split into like 100 different me's, I would have 100 different jobs, even if they're minimum wage jobs. I'm making bank at the end of the day. On the other hand, Mr. Fantastic is a genius. He owns like a giant skyscraper or whatever it is, the Baxter building. So he's probably rich too. Listen, I gotta be honest here. I'm gonna go with Multiple Man because I don't think I want to be with someone smarter than me. Morph versus Adam Warlock. This one's weird, but you know why I picked Morph. It's obvious. He can be anyone. You know, his like normal self looks a little weird. I mean, look at that stupid head and those eyeballs. He's like a silver Mr. Clean, but you know, I'm sure he'd be okay with turning into whoever you want. So, you know, it's a Thursday night. You just watched Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie. You can be Daniel Craig or Angelina Jolie, if that's what you're in the mood for. On the other hand, he might have his feelings hurt that you want him to be someone else every night. Adam Warlock, on the other hand, got that beautiful glowing golden skin. He's got a nice mop of hair on his head. He wears eyeliner. I'm just not into like the, you know, 2000s mall emo look. That's kind of what Adam Warlock has going on. You know, he probably has like personality issues too. You know, he thinks he's better than you. You know, he literally thinks he's Space Jesus. That's gonna get annoying after a while. With Adam Warlock, you're gonna travel the universe. That's pretty sweet. I mean, I'm terrified of the idea of going into space, but if you want to, Adam's your dude. But I gotta be honest here, Morph is really hard to beat. Morph wins. Namor versus the Sentry. This is much like the Punisher Captain America battle we had earlier. Namor is beautiful. You get to live in a nice beach house. Maybe you get to live under the ocean. You have friggin' sharks as your pets. He's like a bad dude, but he also does incredibly good things. That's really attractive. You know, I mean, he's a literal king. But on the other hand, he looks like he would cheat on you non-stop. I don't know much about the Sentry personally. I think he's sort of like Namor. Like sometimes he's awesome, sometimes he's a jerk. I think this really comes down to, do you want to live on a beach house and have like sharks as pets? And are you into brunettes? Or are you into blondes and you want to live in space somewhere? I'm going to go with the beach house. Having a shark as a pet, I think is cooler than being in space. Namor wins. Cyclops and Wolverine. A battle for the ages. So start off with Cyclops, all-American hottie. It's just that dude that you were jealous of in high school. That dude who was like captain of the football team. You're never gonna be able to look into Cyclops' eyes. Just be like, I love you, Scott, and just stare deeply into his eyes. Because he'll burn lasers through your face. So that kind of sucks. And you know, he's always gonna be hung up on his ex-girlfriend. But physically, I think he's more attractive than Wolverine. Wolverine, on the other hand, short little man, very passionate. I don't think that makes up for the fact that he's always going to have night terrors. He's also going to have the same issues as Cyclops, always constantly talking about his ex-girlfriend, you know. But then again, he is like 200 years old, so he knows his way around the world. That's a plus. Who wins here? I think I gotta go with Cyclops. Moving on. Multiple man versus Morph. This is the ultimate kink battle. You know what I'm talking about. You want a bunch of dudes? Or do you want someone who can be anyone you want? Man, like I said, I don't think Morph loses to many people here. It's sort of unfair. Back to the financial thing, since Morph can be anyone, he can turn into Elon Musk for a day, withdraw all Elon's money and just give it to you. So multiple man, he's not winning that battle like he did earlier versus Mr. Fantastic. He can just turn into 1,000 multiple men and just make bank. Financial security? Tie. Attractiveness? Morph just wins. You can't beat Morph as far as being a hottie goes. He's anyone. Yeah. Morph takes it. Namor versus Cyclops. Beachside residence, pet sharks, tumultuous relationship, or the born leader, the high school quarterback that is hung up on his ex. I gotta think about this one for a second. I think they're both going to be rocky relationships. Cyclops for the more depressing reason. Namor for the... is definitely sketchier. He's going to be sketchier to be around on a daily basis. Cyclops is going to be more depressing to be around on a daily basis. I think this just boils down to, do you want a roller coaster of a relationship? Or do you want a little bit more stability with not as high highs? They're both leaders. One's a king. One's the leader of a legendary team of superhumans. You know what? I'm going to go with Namor solely for pet sharks. Morph versus Namor. You know, I think I screwed up by putting Morph here. This is not close. Do I want someone who's occasionally going to yell at me in Namor, but also provide me with like a kingdom under the water? Or do I want someone who is maybe a little weird, maybe a little crazy in Morph, but he can be anyone? Practically do anything. If you can be anyone, then you can do anything. So everything that Namor has going for him is not an issue for Morph. Morph could just turn into Namor and be king for a day. Morph wins. Grand Finals. Agent Coulson versus Morph. This one boils down to, do you want to be with the man of mystery? The normal dude who's gonna give you a relatively normal life, but when it comes to attractiveness, you simply can't beat Morph. Period. He's undefeated, undisputed, reigning champ of hotness because he's anyone. So I think this comes down to, who do you want to be with on a daily basis? Well, Coulson, you're going to have some freedom. He's going to be gone for months at times. You know, he can't tell you about his job, whatever. We've been over that. He's going to be a great handyman. You know, he's going to give you just that stable, nice life where you're going to have some personal freedom. Or do you want to be with Morph, who can turn into Brad Pitt if you want? I mean, if Brad Pitt were on this list, he would just win. I would just go Brad Pitt, Brad Pitt, Brad Pitt, Brad Pitt. Nice video. See you in the next one. That's hard to beat too. I don't know. Man of mystery, stable life, or the man who can give you anyone you want. I gotta go with Agent Coulson. You know why? Because Morph might get sick of you asking him to be someone else every day. He's gonna be like, you don't love me for me. He's gonna be like, why do you want me to be Idris Elba today. I don't want to be Idris Elba today. I want to be Morph. You don't love me, you love who I can be. Agent Coulson? Not gonna have that problem. Not gonna have that problem. Agent Coulson wins. That's it. That's all I got. Thank you so much for watching this absolutely ridiculous video. I had a lot of fun. I mean, it was a little weird, I'm gonna be honest, but it's still fun. I never thought about any of this stuff before, so just going through each character and thinking about it like that, it made me laugh. But yeah, if you want to see more dumb content like this, leave a like and subscribe. It would really mean a lot. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next video. Later, nerds.